Whoa.
Hello.
God.
What? Sorry,
not
you
the
didn't
way
like
people
that?
should start
Sorry,
their
it was
week.
just I was coming in on like let me
Whoa.
start it over. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show.
No. It is Monday. We are setting this week off right. Leah, please roll the intro one more time.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, roll one more time. Let's do it.
Happy Monday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by the big pokey Shane Diefenbach himself.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a beautiful Monday.
It is.
According to Shane Diefenbach. We got a lot to get into.
It's
today.
overcast.
It is overcast, but if you're out there at the Kajikawa practice fields, from time to time the overcast turned into just a
blistering heat.
Yeah, and it was tough sometimes, but we made it through. We powered through, and we're here to talk Arizona State football. We're going to hear from Kenny Dillingham a little bit later in the show as to what today's practice looked like, because it was definitely a different one than we're accustomed to seeing, at least from this Kenny Dillingham coach team so far. We're going to hear a little bit about the quarterback competition as well as it relates to Drew Pyne, an injury update on him, and then how Trenton, Bourguet, and Jaden Rashada looked as well. But the meat and potatoes of today's show, we are going to be taking a look at Mountain America Stadium. The sign is officially up. It's no longer Sun Devil Stadium. And we're going to be talking a little bit about where we think Mountain America Stadium ranks on a tier list among some of the other Big 12 stadiums. Obviously, some powerhouse stadiums in there, so it should be interesting. But before we do all of that, Shane, how are you?
I'm okay.
Just okay? There's no shot. There's no way in hell.
I did that on purpose. I'm great. Did the sign's up?
Sign is up.
Really?
Yeah, Mountain America Stadium.
Where is it?
It is. So the student section, it is above that.
Is there one outside yet?
I don't know. Because I don't usually come in from that entrance.
Yeah,
so
you're not usually just walking.
No, I actually come in through the sewers.
Like a mole person?
Like a turtle.
You heard about the mole people in Vegas?
No, but I think you've told me stories.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah, there is a ton of them. JJ in the chat, hi fellas, dropping this in here real quick. Desert Financial Arena. Stop it.
It's greater than all?
No, it's not.
It could be.
It's not.
And Jet in the chat, Master Simone gone. Yeah, probably. Is
Gonzo?
it official? Tomorrow it's going to be official?
Sad face.
Sad.
Really, really sad.
But USMNDT, that correct?
USNTDP.
Yeah, same thing. U.S. National Development Team player.
Nope.
Was it close?
It was close. U.S. National Team Development Program player.
That's so many letters.
It took me months.
Why didn't they just shorten it? Why didn't
ASU Hockey got one of those.
There you go.
Which is very good for ASU Hockey.
Very good. Yeah. Very good for ASU Hockey. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right into the tier list as it relates to Big 12 stadiums. So we've got all 16 of what the new Big 12 will look like. So we'll go ahead. We've got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier.
Are we going from the ground up?
I think we should start with all of the teams except the 4 new Pac-12 ones.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a preference, or is there one stadium in particular that stands out to you?
So we're not doing the okay.
Well, how do you want to do it?
I don't know. I was just if you have no. I was because I have a clear number 1, but they're in the.
Yeah, I have a clear number 1 too. Okay. It's Folsom Field. Do you want to just say fuck my idea and go straight into it? Because I'm cool with that.
No, we can do your idea.
Okay, let's go ahead and do my idea. Okay, let's start with a stadium that I don't think.
Can we go? So are we going ground up though? Like, are we starting?
You want to start with all the D tiers?
Yeah.
We can.
You might have great tailgating, but your stadium sucks.
Iowa State. Yeah, there it is. It is. This is one of the places I feel like Ames. You hear a lot about the tailgating environment, and I'm looking forward to that. But if you just look at the stadium, it looks pretty mid.
Well, Mid-American Energy Field.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
That's what Iowa State is filled with. A bunch of mid-Americans. I'm sorry.
Wow, dude.
I'm making so many enemies already.
God damn. We haven't even got to the Big 12 yet, and you're pissing everybody in Iowa.
I'm just kidding. I want to forget what I say about the stadium. I really want to go to experience a game day there. The environment looks awesome. The people look great. It was low hanging fruit.
So Iowa State D tier.
Iowa State D tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It's just not great.
All that being said, Iowa State D tier. Also, can we just say, I need some contour to my land.
Some contour to your land.
I don't like when everything is just flat.
That's fair, but not all stadiums get the luxury of like.
No. That's not, I'm talking about just this. It's flat. It's flat.
Yeah, that is
Kyrie Irving's wet dream. It is flat.
Oh God,
it's completely flat.
Kyrie Irving's wet dream. Not a sentence I expected to hear on today's show.
No. Okay. Whatever do we have?
Let's go. We can go. I don't know if there's any more D tier, like just pure shit stadiums.
They're not in a league of its own.
It might be. Why? Do you have another one like on your mind? Look, so I don't think Houston. When I think D tier, I think below average because a C is a passing grade and it gets you through it. A D is quite literally you're failing and you need to do better. I'm okay with Houston Stadium. I think it's average. I don't think it is by any means top tier in terms of the Big 12, but I can live with it. That's why I kind of want to say a C, but I'll listen to an argument for a D if you've got one other than it's just flat.
Dude, we can move on and go to actually Kansas. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead and put Houston in the C tier.
Yeah, but let's talk about Kansas.
Kansas might be a D. It might be D.
What is that?
That is not a real.
Did they renovate their stadium recently?
That's just a field with paint on it, and it's not a good one. There's a reason that Kansas is known for basketball and not football.
Well, hey,
that is
Jalen Daniels.
That's pretty ugly, dude.
Yeah, I guess they put all of their money into the field house, which is crazy because why isn't this the field house?
You make
field
a really good point.
Yeah,
I'm not responsible for Kansas athletics.
It also looks a little too big.
What do you mean?
Like
for the amount of people that go to Kansas football games?
Yeah, when have they packed that?
Probably the Kansas State game. Last year, there was a time when Kansas football wasn't that bad, right?
Jalen Daniels is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He was fun. But that's just... Yeah.
But their stadium is butt.
Yeah. Okay.
David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium.
We're putting Kansas at D.
Yeah. I can live with that. I can live with Kansas at D. I don't have any gripe with that. You want to go on to...
TCU?
We can go to TCU.
I think TCU deserves a C. Because it's a really big stadium, but again, it's the problem I have. Like, it's too big.
It's too big.
And also, like, TCU, just like all of their facilities to me feel like they're just like their basketball court and stadium. Like, what? It's like gray wood, and it's all shiny, brand new. But it's like, it reminds me of Gilbert, Arizona. It's like
TCU Stadium.
TCU's facilities remind me of Gilbert, Arizona. Everything is brand new and sparkly. But like, I don't want to be there. Like, it's just like it's far. It feels empty. You can build this really nice house, but it just still feels empty, and it feels soulless. Is what it feels like to me.
TCU Stadium feels soulless. Mm-hmm. I feel like when we talk about the Big 12, we are definitely making more enemies than we are friends right now.
I'm not gonna put TCU in C tier because the stadium is really nice. Just I got a weird feeling.
I also feel like the only reason that I consider putting TCU at C as above to B is because I feel like certain programs need to be held to a higher standard. And when you are TCU...
Well, TCU is really nice.
I don't have like a real gripe with the stadium itself. I just feel like you're in Texas. Mm-hmm. You are a top-tier program as it relates to college football. I feel like you should have something better. Like, I feel like you need all the bells and whistles, all the everything that like Jerry World has.
Well, I mean, it's 50,000 capacity, but that's the problem I have with it. I think it's too big. I think we can put that in.
You'll put that C or B?
I don't know. We can come back to this one.
We can come back to TCU.
We'll see how everything shakes out.
Okay. Do you want to start or go to? Let's go Oklahoma State now.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
I think I like Oklahoma State Stadium.
Boone Pickens Stadium. No, that's fine. We don't have to go like DC.
Oh, okay.
That's because at this point it'd be a little too tough.
Okay.
I think Boone Pickens Stadium is pretty nice, especially look at this picture that I got right here where the sun's getting ready to go down.
It's also just like it's a class.
It's pretty picturesque.
I'll
put that in the B tier. Ooh, you thinking A?
Yeah,
I think it's an Alpha Stadium.
I think it could be.
Okay, what's the argument for it?
I mean, it's got a massive jumbotron.
That's fair.
I love jumbotrons.
Oh, the orange fireworks that go off, dude.
Come on. That's what's selling you,
dude. That's fucking pretty cool.
It's something every stadium has.
Yeah, but those are orange.
Yeah, everyone has their own colored fireworks.
Yeah, but orange goes harder.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It goes way harder than like red.
Maroon goes harder than orange. Gold goes harder than orange.
Gold goes harder.
Sparky goes harder than whatever Shooter McGavin.
Cowboy.
Shooter
man. McGavins.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks sick as hell. That looks bomb. With like the orange lights that it has.
Just like
I'm so easily entertained.
Like a picture of it's a picture of Boone Pickens Stadium, but somebody put an orange Instagram filter.
Yeah, and it looks dope. It looks super cool.
I think we put it today.
You know what? After this photo and the orange fireworks, I'm with you. We could put that in the A tier. God, I need to stop being so easily convinced and entertained.
Well, no, that's a good thing.
Is it? Because I feel like it's like a toddler. I'm like, ooh, it's shiny and red.
Okay.
No?
It's fine.
Okay. Where do you want to go next?
Across
the Big 12, where do we land?
Let's go to Kansas State and let's put it in C and just kind of call it like it is.
You don't want to do anything else with it?
I mean, it's
Bill Snyder Family Stadium, baby. It's Kansas, but purple. Yeah, it doesn't.
They got a cool statue. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's flat.
It kind of looks like an oversized high school stadium.
Yeah. It looks like Bishop Gorman.
I would take Bishop Gorman.
Well.
So you want to put this in C tier?
Yeah, this is
okay. We can.
I think we have our 2 D tiers.
Yeah, I don't think anything's worse than Iowa State and Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about West Virginia?
Oh, I may be afraid of the feral people, but I'm a big fan of the setting of the stadium. What's it called again?
The stadium?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. It is Mountaineer Field. Oh God. Yeah, no, I've actually been here. I totally forgot about that.
You've been there?
Yeah. Notre Dame played West Virginia.
Did you like it?
It was all right. It was in West Virginia, so I think that tainted the experience a little bit. But when it looks like that, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I like that. And they got all the grass.
They have grass?
Yeah, I know, but no, I'm talking out front. I'm talking like the front lawn of the stadium. I'm not necessarily talking about inside. Like this. Look at this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It looks like
it's like a little park.
Yeah.
I'm putting that in the B tier if it's up to me.
I'm gonna put it in A for country roads.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know what? You know what's not allowed? Feral people. They're not allowed in the stadium. So, at least I would assume so. At least I would hope the security
would stop the feral people from entering the stadium.
Just stop somebody without a ticket because they don't have phones and a lot of it's online nowadays.
Let's
talk about phones. UCF.
Okay, let's get to
just
UCF.
Like everything else there, it's wet.
I don't really like UCF.
And I'm gonna put it in B.
I kind of want to put it in C.
Really?
Yeah.
It
it doesn't blow me away.
Yeah,
FBC Mortgage Stadium. Okay, if it wasn't in Florida, I feel like you have to have that like question with everything as it relates to UCF.
If it wasn't,
look at this is their stadium, and obviously it doesn't have the colors and stuff because this is when they're playing soccer in it, but it doesn't like.
Where is it?
I don't know, but I don't really like it. Like, first off, why are these people taking photos like this? What are you guys doing?
Nobody can see what you're talking about.
No, I know. I'm talking to you.
Well,
we're having this conversation, okay? Guys, let us know in the chat what you think of UCF. Where does UCF belong?
In the water. I like it. I'm sticking with B.
I can't say. This is the first time I've seen the chat. Tornadoes was in the chat. Good to see you, Anthony. What up, Cartman? Look up the story of Jack Trice and see if you put ISU in the D tier. Oh, God. Welcome back, Tornadoes. It's been so many days without you. I'm just glad you've returned. Just look up. He called you Cartman.
Okay.
No?
I'm going to put it in B.
You were putting
UCF and B. That's what I think.
I kind of want to put it in C, man. I don't really like it. Is there a B.5? Oh, we don't have any. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, on shoot.
Just one.
But on shoot.
Yep.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Wow.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, we can put it in
fucked.
C. We can put it in C.
That's crazy. That's the first time in 25 years that anyone has ever done that to me in terms of rock, paper, scissors. So it's pretty rude of you. Okay, let's do. You want to do BYU next?
Sure. Well, no.
No, you don't want to?
Well, I thought we were doing the original ones. I guess they're kind of. They're.
I'm just saying.
Let's do the Texas ones. Let's do the Texas ones.
We can go. Or we did TCU. We did TCU.
Well, we didn't do TCU. We talked about TCU. We said we come back. Let's do Texas Tech.
Okay. Texas Tech.
It doesn't matter
because it's in
Lubbock.
Jones AT&T Stadium. You want to put it in C? Because it's not a D. It's not a D stadium.
No, it's definitely
not failing.
It's definitely not.
But it's not B either. It doesn't blow me away. These
It's
motherfuckers
kind of cool.
they're riding horses out front of the stadium.
Ooh, I kind of like it a lot, actually.
Really? Ooh, that does look cool.
Wait, did they add this already though, or is this like coming?
I don't know, man. I will listen to B because we have nothing there yet. But
they're adding an update to the south end zone. That is a $200 million. Yeah, their facilities are dumb.
Dumb in a good way?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B.
Okay, I will live with B.
Especially because it's getting a boost from being prosperous in Lubbock.
Yeah,
it's getting that boost.
We got Will
despite all of its deficiencies, where it is.
Couple comments in the chat. Will, West Virginia is a B tier stadium at best. UCF is bland, but decent 60s era stadium, C at best. Glenn, Texas Tech is D. And then Will saying Tech is a C. TCU is B, borderline A tier. Okay, do you want to get back to, or do you want to do Baylor next? Let's do Baylor and then get back to TCU.
Yeah.
I like Baylor.
What?
I like Baylor.
Really?
Yeah, because it's kind of on the water.
It looks like a warehouse.
What kind of warehouses are you used to seeing, man?
Ones that are big with windows?
This is a good... I like this stadium.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like
unique.
this stadium.
It is unique.
I want to give it a B.
Yeah, we'll put it in B. It's not an A.
The Baylor Bears, baby. Baylor Bears.
TCU can go in...
All right, now that you've seen...
Okay, if it's just in a vacuum, TCU can go in B. Because if you're just looking at it, it's a B stadium.
Okay, I could put that in the B stadium. Yeah. So what do we've got left? The 4 Pac-12 schools that are joining BYU and then Cincinnati.
Let's just get this out of the way. Folsom Field is an S-tier stadium.
Yeah, Folsom Field
CU,
is
S-tier.
Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's by far the best stadium in the new Big 12.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
It's also, just the setting of it is amazing. Yeah.
All right, so we got Utah, Cincinnati, BYU, Arizona, and then Arizona State.
Okay, let's get ASU out of the way. ASU is B because it's not the actual stadium itself. Kind of sucks buns.
Sucks buns.
It's old. The seating is strange, but the location is so cool
because it's in the mountain.
It's either B or A. I don't want to be biased. I'm going to put it in B. If you want to talk me into A, you can talk me into A.
I have no issue with it. I have no issue with putting it in B. I think that is a fair assessment of Mountain America Stadium. How could it be an A? How could it go from a B to an A, do you think?
What I just said, make it less weird.
But how do you make it less weird?
Well, like upgrade the seating. I don't know. It's great when I don't know.
You're not selling me.
Yeah, it's a B.
Okay. We'll put it in B. Do you want to get to Arizona?
Yeah.
I think Arizona is a C.
Yeah.
I don't love the stadium.
No.
I hate the press box.
The press box is the worst thing I've ever encountered.
And
the press box is worse than a sweaty room. It's just a sweaty room.
Their press box is a sweaty room where people eat cookies with ranch. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're not, that's a real story. That's a real thing, and it's terrifying.
Oh, also the student section sucks at ASU.
At ASU?
Yeah, the 2 end zone student sections, they got to do something better.
Yeah. Well,
it just feels lifeless.
Yeah, that's fair.
Utah is an A. BYU is an S. Change my mind.
BYU? Okay, let's do Utah first.
Okay.
Utah is, what'd you say?
I think Utah's an A. I think Utah's beautiful. But it also looks like a pro-style stadium. I don't know. I really like it.
Ooh, that's a concert there. Yeah, no, it looks dope to me. And it's exactly what you like in terms of it's not flat. So I'll go ahead and put Utah in A. I love that's the...
Will and Trent saying ASU is old is kind of hilarious, given that they renovated the entire stadium 10 years ago. Still a B, though. But do you disagree? Doesn't it still just feel old? I know they renovated it. Well...
It doesn't look...
They renovated the facilities underneath and the concourse on the north side, and they fixed a couple of seating things. They didn't renovate the entire stadium, and that's why it still feels old.
Yeah, Glenn says ASU needs to go back to double Inferno student section. Yeah, and you need to find a way to keep the students there, but that's neither here nor there. All right, BYU and then Cincinnati. BYU, you said S or you said A?
Look at this backdrop, dude. I think it's an S. If we're gonna call CU an S, it's beautiful. Just the area that it's around is so nice.
Yeah, you're right. I'll put it in S.
It's either S or an A.
I'm comfortable putting it in an
Okay.
S. That's pretty.
And then
that's pretty.
we don't talk
ridiculous.
about Cincinnati, so
We don't talk about Cincinnati.
No, we don't talk about them.
We got to talk about Cincinnati.
No, we just did that. I don't know where they are. It's just
they're there. No, they're there.
Where?
Right
Oh,
there.
I see.
You
That's
silly gooses.
hidden. Is it just in Cincinnati?
Yeah, but that's pretty cool that you got like the city in the background of it.
Cincinnati, a city?
Yeah, look at this.
I know, I'm kidding. It's fine.
It's
You
fine.
can go B.
I like this backdrop. I'll put it in. Yeah, I'll put it in B. I'm absolutely comfortable putting it in B. All right, so the final tier list, starting from S tier, working our way down. The only two S tiers are Colorado and BYU. A tier, we've got Oklahoma State, West Virginia, and Utah. I think that's probably the only thing ever that West Virginia has been in an A tier for. B tier, we've got Texas Tech, Baylor, TCU, Cincinnati, and Arizona State. In the C tier, we've got Houston, Kansas State, UCF, and Arizona. And then in the D tier, we've got Iowa State along with Kansas. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think of this tier list and maybe what you would shuffle around. And while you do that, I'm going to tell you how you guys can make a little bit of money over on the BetMGM Sportsbook app. They still got the MLB free-to-play game, but it's not just that. They always have promotions and deals, and they do it for a bunch of different sports. You guys can go ahead, take advantage of all their offers. And if you haven't signed up yet, sign up for BetMGM right now and use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live. But for our Arizona audience, place your first bet offer and receive up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if it loses. There's no better time than right now to sign up for BetMGM because football is right around the corner. You can bet on the NFL preseason, college football, Arizona State, just 17 days away.
They have futures on the win totals for ASU and U of A. They're both around 5.
I'm fairly comfortable saying ASU hits the over on 4.5 wins this season.
No, it's like 5 or 5. It's like 5.5.
It's not 4.5 now?
I don't know.
Or it's 5 flat? I'd still take 5 and I hit the over, to be honest with you. Guys, again, sign up for BetMGM and use that bonus code PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-522-4700 Nevada. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Kansas, Nevada, New York, or Ontario. I drove past the Four Peaks twice over one weekend, Friday and Saturday. Actually, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, you drove past them twice.
Yeah, I did.
So, they're beautiful. Not as beautiful as a beer, though, from Four Peaks Brewing Company. Guys, if you want to get the best beer in the Valley, head over to the 8th Street Pub. They got some phenomenal beer there. Also, their Four Peaks draft room up in right field of Chase Field. Go watch a Diamondbacks game because apparently they're back. And yeah,
Apparently they're back.
their beer is tasty, super juicy. IPA is what I've been on lately, but there's a ton of different beers for a ton of different moods. I had their holiday porter. It was like a salted caramel something the other day.
Dude, I'm like,
It's really good.
I need a beer in my life.
I mean, you can get one. There's some in our fridge. Check out at Four Peaks Brewer, at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. But you got to be 21 years or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly.
Get the beers in your fridge. Do it. Gary in the chat, BU is only one of 2 stadiums on the water, and they can sailgate. I say they deserve to be
Oh,
higher.
shit. They sailgate? Bro. Go back.
Oh, God.
Go back. We're moving it up. Gary, I'm sorry. I didn't know that sailgating was a thing. That is an A. 100%. Do you have any problem with that?
No, I have no problem with it.
That sounds like a fake thing that I made up, but it's real, apparently. I don't know. I believe people on the internet.
Do you know what sailgating is?
Just tailgating on the water, I would assume.
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't know if you...
Do you think I was just freaking out over a
Yeah,
word
I
didn't
did. I
understand?
did. You've done that to me.
You thought I was freaking out over a word I didn't understand?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You do it all the time?
All the time.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
Will, Glenn, kiss and make up. Be nice to each other in the chat. All right, let's talk about practice today, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about practice today because it was something. So normally they'll do their stretches, they'll do a period of indies, and then they'll go team tempo, right? Where they go up and down the field, usually 75 yards there and back, the first team and then the second team. And normally that period will last probably 5 minutes, right, at most. However, there was some wrinkles to today's team tempo.
Hate them.
And it forced Kenny Dillingham to pretty much say, we're going to do this until we get it right. So a period that normally lasts between 3 to 5 minutes lasted for about a half an hour today.
How late did practice run today?
Over an hour. Over an hour late today.
It's crazy.
And so before I tell you exactly why practice went the way it did, Kenny Dillingham's going to tell you why that specific period had to go the way it did.
We put in different cadence variations, and then instead of doing a 4-play rack, we did an 8-play rack. So we put in 2 different types of adversity in the same period. We put in the mental adversity of, new cadences are hard, right? Ask any tempo spread offense, it's hard to show on 1, on 2, on 3 cadences when you put all those in on one day and then make them go 8 plays, right? That's, fatigue makes cowards of us all, right? And I think that's what it was today, is we challenged them. I knew it was going to be difficult, but we got to get in better football shape and we got to be more mentally tough as a football team. And that starts with myself. I got to demand that.
Yeah, so there was just, again, the mix of the cadence and then extending the racks from 4 plays to 8 plays. There was a ton of false starts, a ton of offsides. And for ASU, if any of these guys jump off, they have to go run all the way down to the goalpost and then obviously get back. So it was, seriously, there were players gassed, like vomiting, and they couldn't do it anymore, to the point where there were some players on their hands and knees, and because it took so long, they made them start over. They made that drive start over. Kenny was not messing around today. He was on one today. And I mean, the bulk of the message was, you guys need to, you have to see where you are going to be at when you're tired. Okay. There was a point where he's like, we're going to score a hell of a lot of points in the first half because I can ski motherfuckers open. He said that word for word. We're going to score a ton of points because I can ski motherfuckers open. But when we get to the second half, we're not going to be able to do shit if you're tired. And that today's practice was the most gassed that I've seen the players. And it was by far the most energetic I've seen from the coaches in terms of trying to push these players to their absolute limits. And they got there today.
This is definitely this feels like a Kenny, like a 2-week plan where he's like, all right, starting Monday, we are going to break these dudes down. We are going to, because I know you got to ramp up, your racks, and you have to ramp up what you're going to do in games when you get closer to games. But also, I feel like this is just such a immediate switch, especially the time to catch them off guard coming back from Camp T. Like, they don't think they're going to have the craziest practice on Monday, and then all of a sudden it's hell on earth. Like, it just feels, everything feels so intentional with him, and I love it.
Yeah, he's turning up the heat for sure.
Super chat from Tornadoes saying, "Why are you guys always dumping on Iowa State? You know we have the world's largest frying pan." Shit.
Is that true?
Is that an Ames? I mean, Tornadoes wouldn't lie to us.
You're right.
Tornadoes, thank you for the $10 super chat. We really appreciate you, even when you're calling me a little fat cartoon boy.
I do want to go to Ames, man, just to check out the environment.
The tailgates, yeah.
And the world's largest frying pan.
Yeah,
when I Google world's largest frying pan, it says Rose Hill, North Carolina.
You son of a bitch. You lying little disaster.
Wow.
Tornadoes.
But it says Iowa's largest frying pan is in Brandon, Iowa.
When we say world's largest, what are we talking here? Like, how long or how big?
I don't care about the dimensions of the frying pan.
I do. When you say world's largest.
The one in North Carolina is 15 feet, and the one in Iowa is 9 feet, 3 inches.
Wow. That's a big fucking frying pan. Nobody actually uses that to make shit, right? You can't, like...
Yeah,
that's pretty ridiculous.
We're getting lied to.
Things in Iowa.
Tornadoes, that's BS.
Back to ASU. At least in terms of what we've seen in practice today, is there was a lot of emphasis. Stop it. I use my hands a lot when I talk. Get over it. Okay? I can't. Yeah, I'm going to sit on my hands. There we go. Okay. It's going to be so hard.
Just keep talking.
It's hard. It's so hard to talk without my hands, man.
Why?
It just is. There was an emphasis on passion, and energy today, and really being able to stay calm. And Kenny made note of that as it relates to both the offense and the defense. This is what Kenny had to say about the team's passion.
Just on offense, we got to have more passion. Like, we got to have passion. Like, if you don't have passion, if it doesn't piss you off, if you don't have a good day, if you don't win a period, if you don't do it right, if it doesn't frustrate you, something is wrong. You've got to learn how to channel that passion, right? Channel it and go compete. Defensively, we have the passion. Golly, we have the passion. Now we've got to be able to channel that passion when adversity hits and lock back in. Because on defense right now, we have so much passion when adversity hits, right? Adversity hits, that's when we're making our MAs. Calm down, channel it. Offensively, we've got to have it. You can't channel something you don't have. Right now, we don't have it. And we have no chance to be a good offense if we don't have it. Zero, none, absolutely a negative chance of being a good offense if we don't have passion.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This just goes back to what I was saying about everything feels intentional. First of all, you pointed out on Twitter, he changed his outfit today.
Yeah.
That feels intentional. Going from this bright, happy, sunshine yellow to
that he's worn every single day,
to dark gray, and having the most intense practice yet.
I bet you Kenny made sure it was cloudy today too.
Yeah, definitely.
That feels intentional.
Yeah, it feels intentional also. But on a serious note, him intentionally, or you can't know for sure, but it just feels like it makes sense that the offense is the one struggling.
Yeah,
like if your kid is on your team, that you're coaching a little league baseball team, you're gonna be the hardest on your kid.
Yeah,
because you can't. Kenny's baby's offense. We know that. So it just feels like it makes sense. Tornadoes, no.
He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, he's jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Look, I agree with you. I think it is very intentional what they were implementing today, and then just the energy and the vibes of practice, right? A lot of what's made about Arizona State's tradition with Camp Tontozona is not necessarily that it's a laid-back environment, but it's an environment and a time for these guys and these coaches to really bond and become a unit, right? And then obviously the fan aspect of it. So when they were done with that and they got back to Tempe and you start your first practice back at the Kajikawa practice fields, and you got 17 days before your very first game. Kenny Dillingham is 17 days away from his very first game as a head football coach. And he said it on the field today to the players, I hate fucking losing. I may not always win, but when I'm done, you will know that I gave you everything that I had. And he hates to lose. So he's been a player's coach the entire time, and he's still a player's coach, but sometimes you have to turn up the heat. And I think there wasn't a better time for him to turn up the heat than coming back from Camp T, right? It is so easy after a scrimmage in the woods with fans and kids and people that love you to have a practice in a scrimmage and be like, you know what, we're closer.
Yeah.
Because you're there. But when you got guys jumping off sides and false starts, and there's guys making mistakes, and you're mentally exhausted because you're implementing different cadences, 3 different cadences, and your plays are doubled now during a tempo drill, that really puts to the test how close of a group you are.
Yeah. I also wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that Jaden Rashada got most of the reps at the first team today. A guy who's less experienced at, snap counts and such.
I don't think it necessarily had to do with that, because when Trent was out there, it was just as much an issue with that. And we'll get into Bourguet and Rashada and Drew Pyne here in a second, because I know that's what a lot of people want to talk about as it relates to the quarterback competition. But I think it was just different, right? It was just a new experience for a lot of these guys, and they had gotten so accustomed to something. So got to learn on the fly, and that's really what they were doing today. So look, this is football, and this isn't the good thing I will say about this is I haven't seen Herm Edwards teams do this. I haven't seen Herm Edwards as a head coach encourage and talk to his players with this level of intensity. I didn't see Todd Graham do it with this level of intensity and juice and in your face of we're doing it.
Yeah, let's just hope that what Glenn says is true. Feel bad for Southern Utah. They're going to get 50 dropped on them. They better let out their anger. I would love to see that.
And I'll say it, and I think I've been pretty consistent saying it the entire fall, that I think the defenses look better than the offense. And I don't think it's been particularly close.
No, especially not in the last couple of weeks. It's that's clear. You just hope that a guy like Xavier Alford can play.
Yeah, you really do. I'm like I said, 17 days away till kickoff. Hey,
NCAA,
should have an answer pretty soon. Let them know. Should have an answer pretty soon on what's going down.
That's crazy
that they're waiting this long.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is crazy, guys.
Tornadoes, you're lying to us again.
Something that
Mesa is not beautiful.
Arizona in general is beautiful.
It is.
Something else that's crazy, guys, is the fact that Burrito Express has locations all over the valley, and the food, it just hits different. Okay, I didn't eat all day, and then when I got back to the office, I was tired.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I wasn't hungry when I woke up.
Well, get hungry.
I didn't want to because I knew
snacky.
No, I don't want a snacky because I knew we were getting Burrito Express today, so I wanted to be hungry.
Any ASU football players or coaches or media that's watching this, if you see this man,
don't feed me.
Practice.
Don't feed
him, but ask him if he ate.
And I'll probably tell you no.
And if he says no, scoff and make him feel bad.
I'll do bear crawls. I'll just start doing bear crawls at that point. Is that fair?
No.
Okay.
Then you're going to get more tired and malnourished.
You're right. Guys, Burrito Express, like I said, they got locations all over the valley. They got a couple NIL deals with some ASU athletes, Jalen Conyers, Elijah Badger. And the food is just super, super damn good. And if you haven't been to a Burrito Express location yet, it's okay. Maybe get your calendar out right now and circle August 19th, because on August 19th, their Tempe location is going to host a meet and greet from 10:30 to noon featuring Jalen Conyers, Elijah Badger, and the Bourguets. Free stickers to the first 25 people to come through, trying to make this a big event over at Burrito Express.
Do you remember last year with Daniel? It was really fun.
It's always a good time, guys.
A ton of ASU football players will be there.
Grab a burrito and follow Burrito Express on Twitter at BurritoEXP.
Brian, I feel like you spawn every time the word Mesa is said.
Fiesta Mall, underrated as fuck.
No, it's not.
I feel like he says it like that too.
Don't go there.
Fiesta Mall?
Yes.
Tornado's got his first kiss in Arizona.
Yeah.
What was her name, Tornado's?
Let's not do that.
What?
That is weird.
Ow.
It's just weird.
I'm just trying to learn about my friend.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, talk offline, you two.
Oh God. Okay. You want to get into what's next?
I want to get out of here. Is what I want to do. And get into some illegal Pete's. We're so excited for football season to start, because not only does that mean you get to watch football, but it also means we get to hang out at Illegal Pete's on Mill. And with you guys as well before games. Guys, we got some fun stuff coming, so keep an eye out at PHNX Sun Devils. But Illegal Pete's is the best place for your margaritas, for your food, for whatever you want on game days, on non-game days, when you're hungover, when you're whatever. Illegal Pete's is your go-to spot this summer. Stop by for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day at all 12 locations. Illegal Pete's, the go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer for 28 years. Let's go. Nope, we're not reading any.
But I want to so bad. Tornadoes, I see you. I see you. That's all I'm doing. I see you. What? I'm just acknowledging. Sometimes it's nice to be heard.
I listen to you.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't.
You don't listen to me.
I listen to you all the time. Damn it, Glenn.
Guys, reel it in.
Everyone listening on audio right now is so confused.
Definitely tap back in to the live YouTube and just see what was going down in the chat. Glenn and Tornadoes. And then Brian, the occasional Fiesta Mall. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Okay.
This is what happens when you don't eat in the morning.
Let's talk about the quarterback competition for a second. Okay. All eyes were on Drew Pyne at Camp Tontozona on Saturday when he went down.
I thought you meant today. I was like, that's a weird thing. And people were just staring at him on the sidelines?
No. People were not staring at him.
Was he out there today?
He was out there today.
Was he in any type of crutches? Or
No.
Good.
He was not in crutches. He wasn't in none of that. Coach said that was a minor hamstring tear up at Camp T. He was asked about it today in terms of just like an update, and he said there wasn't one. There's no real timetable on that. He mentioned the fact that Drew is obviously not a running back. He's not a wide receiver, so the physical exertion that he does, at least with his legs, doesn't necessarily call for him to be 150%. But I don't imagine they'd throw him out there if he wasn't 100.
But also, he has underrated escapability, and that does suck.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think you saw that frustration when he went down on the sideline at Camp T, just throwing his helmet down and really hitting the ground. But a minor hamstring tear is much better than I think what a lot of people thought it was going to be when it initially happened and you saw how frustrated he was the situation. So Kenny was again asked about the quarterback competition and if he's ready to name a starter. He said no. He doesn't know when he'll name a starter at this point, was his words. The curveball was obviously the Drew Pyne injury. But that leads me to believe that you're getting some interesting things, because why wouldn't you name the starter at this point?
What do you mean?
If you've got one of your quarterbacks in the quarterback competition down and out with a hamstring tear.
Well, a hamstring tear could just mean a strain.
But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you name Trenton?
He might be good to go in a week and a half. I don't know.
Is a week and a half though like cutting it too close?
Yeah, but
let's say he's out 9 more days.
Kenny's weird, dude. I don't know. I don't know what's going through his head. No, I mean, do you want me to say what you want me to say? Yeah, because Jaden Rashada has looked really good. I think that's what you're getting at, and yeah, he has. He took the first team reps today, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So, yeah, it's anyone's job. I know there's a bunch of camps for start Bourguet, start Pyne, start Rashada, and a lot of people that want to start Rashada isn't necessarily because they think he's the best, because they want to see what they have in him in the future.
Yeah. Get the game reps is what they want.
Yeah, which is but also you want to win football games, and I don't know if that for sure gives you the best chance to win football games. Plus, Glenn mentioned earlier. Glenn asked the question: does he normally have a high tempo offense? The answer is yes. Kenny Dillingham does run a high tempo offense, and that is a hard thing to pick up really fast. Yeah, especially as a true freshman. But I mean, all of these guys are on the same learning curve. They're all learning they all have the same amount of time to learn. Given Rashada probably a couple of weeks less than Bourguet and Pyne, but yeah, I mean, that's the reason why you haven't named a starter yet.
Both had their moments today.
When was Emory Jones named the starter last year? It was very close. It was like a week before.
I think it was probably.
It was like, I want to say it was like less than a
this week of last year.
I think it was less than that, because I remember at a press conference that he was like, "No, we don't have anything yet." You and me were like, "What? Nothing yet?"
Herm,
let me say,
is everything okay? No, look, Bourguet and Rashada both had their moments today, good and bad. There are just throws that Rashada makes at practice, and he has one at practice
that nobody can make.
That you're left there like, wow, like that is why you were rated a 4-star, 5-star quarterback, because you can make that throw with such precision. And again, he's only a true freshman, right? And I think that's why there's people going back and forth. If he was a true freshman that wasn't making as many plays in practice or didn't make the plays that he did at Camp T, then I don't think you have as many people calling for him to start, especially given the fact that Trenton Bourguet, he was a very serviceable quarterback last year. Like he had a decent season. The last quarterback to beat Washington. So I don't know. At this point, I couldn't tell you where the quarterback competition is headed, especially not without knowing how long Drew Pyne is really going to be out. It does throw a curveball in things. And like you said, if we know anything about Kenny, is he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah.
So
weird in a great way. They named Emory Jones the starter the Wednesday coming up. Basically, was the timeline. It was August 18th. So that would be this Thursday, but since it was a Wednesday last year, it'd be this Wednesday. So,
well,
so in 2 days.
It's getting close. Like I said, 17 days until Arizona State kicks off. So I'm interested to see.
Friday, 15, 16. That was a Friday, so it'd be this Thursday.
Okay. I'm interested to see what practice looks like tomorrow. Just in terms of the energy and the passion from the offense, because I think Kenny said passion over 100 times today. So he's made it clear. The defense has it. They just need to learn how to control it. And he was pretty point blank with the offense saying, you just need to have it. You just need to have that passion, and you don't have it right now. So that's certainly something that needs to be resolved. And we'll see who steps up from a leadership perspective to do that, because somebody's got to do it if this team looks to be good. A great defense is awesome, but you got to be able to score points. And in Kenny's offense, we know how fast they move. So we'll see, obviously, what transpires tomorrow at practice. But, guys, before we get out of here, I want to tell you about our friends over at OG's. It is definitely hot.
I feel like I take OG's every time Tornadoes comment something. Can I read this?
You can
to
read
start
it.
off this ad read.
Sure.
He says he's talking about the Grand Canyon. He's like, "Is it worth the trip? Can you really drink there?" My brother said he went. My brother said he went white water rafting and a grown man sat on his lap in the boat.
That man was definitely.
Why are you telling me this?
That man was definitely on OG's. Just to be clear, guys, OG's has plenty of flavors and it provides the high that everybody could use. Probably me after a long day over at practice. Great flavors include the pink lemonade gummies. Those are my personal favorite. They've got watermelon, red apple, orange creamsicle, peaches and cream, and so many more, guys. And if you have trouble sleeping, check out the Aquaberry Sleep Edition gummies. It just helps you sleep in a way that melatonin really doesn't allow you to do. You don't wake up groggy and you don't wake up in the middle of the night. You wake up refreshed and ready to go. Guys, we highly recommend you check out OG's online at ogsbrands.com and on Instagram at OG's Brands. You can also find their products at your local dispo. You do got to be 21 years or older to purchase.
Yeah, Will brings it up. Rashada's raw, great throws, but Trenton is much more consistent and has better ball security and decision making. Yeah, I've just seen more college football action, obviously, seen more practice action, of course. And look, if I had to guess right now, I would say Bourguet is thrown out as the starter. And if ASU starts losing, if they get to conference play and they lose 4 straight games, starting with that USC game, then I think you see Rashada, because at that point it's like, why not see what you got? But who knows? We'll get more into that obviously when we get later on. And as we said, we could probably expect a starter end of this week, start of next week. I would hope at least, because
you'd hope,
because Anthony
TikTok
got 2 weeks from Thursday.
17 days.
17
Who's
days.
counting?
Yeah, and you know what's the best thing about football season? All the food that you get to enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, when you're sitting as a finger food, if you will. Love some good finger food.
I do too.
Like pigs in a blanket.
I was just about to say,
dude, pigs in a blanket.
You ever had pigs in a blanket that they've got like cheese in it?
No,
it's good.
Is it cheesy pig in a blanket?
Yeah, it's a cheesy pig. Cheesy piggy.
Cheesy piggy. They don't have pigs in a blanket at Circle K, but they do have.
They got Gatorades.
Well, let me just.
They do.
They have chicken tornadoes, which is basically finger food. You can cut them into finger food slices. They have roller hot dogs, taquitos, all that good stuff at Circle K. Plus, go get yourself a Polar Pop, because right now you can text PHNX to 31310 to join their SMS subscriber club and get a buy one get one offer, or buy one get one free offer on 32-ounce Polar Pops. Make sure you're not missing out on all of the great stuff by texting PHNX to 31310. We love Circle K.
We do. I stop there literally every day and twice on Sundays. Guys, thank you so much for tapping in today.
You're welcome, Tony.
Before we get out of here,
Tony, you're welcome.
do what Bobby Hurley's asking you. Just leave a little like on that video.
He's pleading.
It's not too hard. There's 30
Just
people
a crumb.
in here and only 10 likes.
Just a crumb.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button for Bobby, or do it for us.
I'm not allowed to leave the studio if we have less than 20 likes on a video.
Yeah,
Please
he
let
will
me
stay
live.
here through the evening, guys.
Yep.
It's really tough on his sleep schedule, so help him out. And in the meantime, guys, give us a follow over at PHNX _ Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony _ Tocher. You can follow Big Pokey over here at Shane Deef.
Just monitoring our comments, making sure that nothing clinically insane is said, as always.
Back to A, Ray, Will, Tornadoes, Glenn, everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys.
Peter, the
Peter,
GOAT.
and have a great rest of
Brian.
your Monday. We'll see you right back here, same time, same place. But for now, peace.